Oh, wow. It's really you. I'd love to hear a little bit of your background about how did you first get into music and realize that this
Well,
was.
my background was that I had an Italian mother whose parents came from Italy, and I had a Scottish father, and he was Protestant. My mother was Catholic. I was brought up Catholic, and there's a lot of gospel church imagery in a lot of things that I do because of the power of that particular message. Um, my parents were not um, demonstrative people. They were very understated. They wanted quiet, peace, don't get noticed, don't stand out in the crowd.
Look what
You know,
happened to you.
just like, just the opposite of what I became. Okay. So, you know, um, my father was against me being any kind of um, show business. I mean, that was for people who, were much lower class, than he thought of himself as. You didn't be a singer, I mean, come on. You're a guitar playing singer. That's even worse. My mom was more open, but my mother was less prejudiced than my father was toward these things. She was, Italian, and she loved music, and so she really encouraged me. Loved my music and loved it. So there was a nice feeling there that I had, and when I decided to strike out and actually try to do it, that was about 1964, and it was really the perfect time, for a young white guy who played the guitar and sang like I did, because the folk music thing was really big, and there were a lot of places to play, and there were a lot of little joints you could sing in and make $100, and it was a lot of places where you could learn. You could fail, you'd make a mistake, you'd say the wrong thing, and you see the audience completely turn off, you know, and you realize, oh, don't do that, don't do that again, and you work every night, two and three shows a night as an opening act, and so they don't come to see you. It's like there's a funny Steve Rossi, who was Martin and Rossi, or one of those acts. It was opening for Frank Sinatra, and he went up to Sinatra. Said they were terribly worried and very nervous, and they went into Sinatra's dressing room. He called him and said, "What can I do for you, kid?" He said, "Well, Mr. Sinatra, I just want you to know we're so terribly nervous about opening for you on this show." He says, "Well, first, let me tell you, let me give you some advice. First, give them all you got. Second, try as hard as you can. And third, remember, they didn't come here to see you in the first place." So that's what you had to deal with when you were a third act. You had to give it everything you had, and they didn't care about you.
Yeah.
So somehow in 20 minutes, you had to make them care about you. And it was great training, because you really have to establish that bond with an audience pronto.